Nishtha Bijlani and welcome back. I hope you're ready to get the class started. In this session, we will work on creating overall flexibility through the classical practice of Hatha Yoga. With longer holds and attention to alignment, we will learn to build a deeper connection to the body. So I hope you have your mat ready. We're going to begin with a little centering in Sukhasana. So you can keep your legs in a cross-leg position. Let's start by rolling the shoulders up and back, allowing the shoulders to sink and move away from your ears and neck. Checking on the head-neck alignment. And once you feel ready here, start by closing your eyes. Continue to hold your awareness inside the body and allowing the breath to flow freely. Grounding the hips in the mat, keeping the belly softened up. Notice how the breath enters and leaves you very effortlessly. Using our time here to prepare for the class ahead. Allowing your mind to just stay with the present moment with your breath. And then very slowly taking your palms in front of the chest. As we begin with 3 chants of Om together, inhale fully. Very slowly blinking, open up your eyes. I hope you're ready to begin. We will start with some warm-up here. In the same seated position, we'll begin with some neck circles. So let's take the chin pressing into chest and circle over from your right side. Inhale, open. Exhaling, bring the chin back into chest. Smoothly moving the neck from one side, circling. Coming back into the center. 2 more circles on your right. Inhale and exhale. And coming into the center when you finish, changing over to the other side. Inhale up, exhale back in. Inhale up, exhale, circle. 2 more times on the left side. Completing the last circle there. And slowly bring the chin back into the center. Take a moment and bring it back up. Great. Now similarly, we are going to do some shoulder circles. So let's circle the shoulders up and back 5 times. Up and back big circles, moving from the shoulder joint, creating a good range of motion here. Up and back. Nice. 2 more times here, big circles. And once you finish, let's change the direction from the back to the front. Big circles from the back to the front. And let's go 2 more here. And completing the last circle, allow your shoulder to be rested. Breathe, take a moment. And now from here we're going to do Gomukhasana Hand Variation. Simply taking the right hand above, bending at the elbow, and then with the left hand, press the elbow down. Try to make space in the spine and push your head back into the arm. And let's be here for a few seconds. starting to release the arm, tricep, the shoulder. And then when you feel comfortable, allow this hand to go behind and catching onto the fingers, and if you can't meet the fingers, simply hold on to the t-shirt that you're wearing and try to keep the spine nicely lifted open. Hold it here. Let's take 5 counts. Feel the fullness in the chest as you breathe, creating that space in the rib cage. And very slowly let go of the fingers, release. Let's do the same thing on the other side. Take your left hand up, bend at the elbow and push down with the right hand, creating that space, opening up arm, shoulder, the tricep. Press your head back. And then very slowly release, taking the hand going behind, catching onto the fingers. And if you can't hold on to the fingers, like I mentioned earlier, hold on to the t-shirt and let's stay here. Few easy breaths. And then very slowly let go of your fingers, release and come back out. Now we're going to move into Anahatasana. So coming in a kneeling position here on the mat. Anahatasana, or the puppy pose, allowing your knees and hips to be aligned, after which you want to start walking your hands forward and lowering the chin, chest down, opening up the thoracic spine, arms nicely lengthened open, will be here. And exhale, release. Push back and come into child's pose. Take a few seconds in Balasana. And coming up. Let's do the same thing again. Moving Anahatasana first. Walk your hands forward. Lowering the chin, chest down. Staying in here. And exhale, release, walk your hands back and let's move into child's pose. Slowly lift your head up, and from here we're going to take it into Malasana, the full yogic squat. I'm going to curl my toes here, as you can see, walking the hands behind and lift the knees off the ground as we come into Malasana here, and turn open your toes to the sides, feet in a V shape. Join your palms and push your elbows out in towards the knees and try to get tall up in the spine here. Let's stay. Spending few seconds in here, breathe, stay tall, and even if your heels are not fully on the mat, that's okay, you can be on your toes as well. Take a few moments. And then from here we're going to move into a variation, simply extending one arm to the side and the other arm opens up here, opening the chest, the arm and shoulder. Let's stay. And then slowly release, coming back. Extend the arm on the other side and open, looking up to the hand. And slowly release, come back. Once you're back in Malasana, walk your hands forward a bit, looking towards your fingertips, arm, spine extended. And then slowly walk the hands back, and we're going to come up in a standing position into Tadasana. Push the ground and straighten up. You can get your feet close to each other, hands on the waist, and coming up for Tadasana. Take a few seconds here, breathe. And let's walk to the top of the mat as we will begin with Surya Namaskar. Yes, so we have finished with the warm up and now we're moving into the Surya Namaskar, going for the classical Hatha style Surya Namaskar. Let's do 3 rounds together. So feet together, palms joining in front of the chest. Are you ready? Let's go. Extending open arms, inhale. Exhale, folding in. Let the knees be a little soft here. Step your right leg back, space out, drop your knee down for Ashwa Sanchalan. Take a moment. Step the leg back as we move into Ashtang Namaskar, knee, chest, chin. Rising up for Bhujangasana, elbows bent, hold. And exhale, pick the body up for downward dog. Take a moment. And slowly step your right foot forward between the palms and drop your knee down, back into Ashwa Sanchalan. And stepping your left forward, feet together, folding in Uttanasana. Extend arms up, inhale, and exhale, bring your hands by the sides, take a moment. Resetting and going for the left side now, palms in front of the chest. Let's go extending the arms up, inhale, exhale, folding in. And step the left leg back, drop the knee down, toes out. Step the right leg back, Ashtang Namaskar. Rising up for Bhujangasana. Pick the body up and back for downward dog. Stepping left foot forward between palms and rest the knee down, take a moment. And step forward with the right, feet together, folding in. And extend open arms, inhale, lengthen, exhale. Take a moment, breathe here. So we finished round 1, now we're going to go for round 2 together. Starting once again on the right side, palms in front of the chest. Extend open arms, inhale, exhale, folding in. Step your right leg back, drop the knee, take a second here. Exhale, pick it up and back for Ashtang Namaskar. Rising up, Bhujangasana. Pushing up and back for downward dog. Right foot coming forward and drop your knee in to Ashwa Sanchalan, stay. Step your feet together forward into Uttanasana, exhale, hold. Inhale, come up to the top and bringing your hands by the sides, take a moment. And let's do the same thing now on the left side. Join your palms, extend open arms, inhale, exhale, folding in. Step the left leg back, drop your knee down, take a moment. And stepping the right back, Ashtang Namaskar, rising up, Bhujangasana. Picking the body up and back for downward dog. As you step your left foot forward between palms, drop the knee down, hold a breath. And step forward with the right, feet together, folding in. Extend arms up, exhaling, hands by the sides. And last round here, round 3. So let's go back on the right side again. Palms joining, extend open arms together. Exhale, folding in. As we step the right leg back, space out, drop your knee down, hold. As you step your left leg back, Ashtang Namaskar, rising up, Bhujangasana. Picking the body up and back for downward dog. And stepping right foot forward between palms, drop your knee down, take a moment. Step the left leg forward, feet together. Extend open arms, inhale, exhale, bring the hands by the sides. And let's do this last time. Inhale, extend open arms. Exhale, stepping the left leg back. Drop the knee, Ashwa Sanchalan. Stepping the right leg back, Ashtang Namaskar to Bhujangasana. Pick it up for downward dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Stepping your left foot forward between palms, rest that knee. Step forward, feet together, folding in. Extend open arms, inhale. And exhale, bring the hands by the sides, coming back into Tadasana. Take a few seconds here, restoring your breath. And slowly release, coming back out. Great. Now that we're done with the Surya Namaskar, we're going to move into some of the other postures in here. Starting with Veerbhadrasana 2 or Warrior 2. So let's space out the legs, creating some distance between the feet. So you can go about 3.5, 4 feet distance, or if you're a taller person, feel free to go a bit wider. And then once you're in here, we're going to step the right foot open, bending the knee in line with the ankle. Make sure that you have enough distance for the hips to come sitting in, and hips and knees are trying to align themselves here. So here, once you've got the distance right, let the hips rest, open up the arms as we move for Veerbhadrasana 2, turning your head to the hand in the front. Let's be here. Staying strong, breathing. And very slowly push the ground, straighten that leg, get the hands on the waist, turning that right foot in, opening up the left. And let's do the same thing now. Warrior 2 on the left side, bend the knee in line with the ankle, allow the hips to come low, and then just simply turn your head to the hand in the front, staying here. And then slowly press and straighten that leg, turning that foot in, and we're back here in this distance. Great. Now from Warrior 2, we're going to move into Parsvakonasana. So once again, you can turn your right foot open. Let's bend the knee, and you have an option of placing your palm on the front of the foot or the back of the foot. So see what's more comfortable for you. So once you've got the distance right, once again, let's sink the hip down, open the arms, and allowing the hand to come on the mat. See where you'd like to place your palm, inside or to the back. Once you're there, you could extend the hand overhead or simply keep the hand on the waist, depending on how comfortable you are. And we're going to hold this position here. Make sure you're breathing. Make sure the back foot is pressing. Stay strong. And then very slowly press your feet. Inhale, rising back up, turning that foot in, and let's do the same thing on the left side. So bend the knee in line with the ankle, open the arms. Once again, check how you placed it earlier on the other side. Get your hand down the same way. Once your palm is on the mat, check with the other arm, extend open, back foot strongly pressing, and let's be here. Stay strong. Make sure you're breathing. And very slowly press the feet. Inhale and rising back up. Great. So once you're back in here, we're going to come slightly closer with the feet as we move for Utkata Konasana, which is the wide leg squat position. As you bring your feet closer, you want to first check that your alignment sets in this way. Once you squat, you have your knee and ankle aligned, and knees are facing in the direction of the toes. So make sure this distance has been created and set correctly by you, and then we will together move into the squat. Alright, so let's check. Feet are open in a V shape. We're going to sit back and go into a squat here. So start to push your hip back, palms coming in front of the chest, knees going in the direction of the toes, and let's be. Letting the hips come parallel, thighs parallel to the ground. Let the breath be free. Only breathing through the nose. Few more seconds here. And press your feet strongly. Inhale, rise up. Allow the sensations to pass. Try not to jump out of the distance or change your position. Letting the sensation pass. And let's go for round 2 here. Join the palms. Inhale. Exhale, sitting back in to Utkata Konasana. Breathe. Shoulders relaxed. Stay strong. And last 2 breaths here. Slowly inhale, rising up and back up into position. Great. We're going to do this one final time with a little hand variation, taking a little lateral bend in the same squat. So together with me, sit your hips back. Start to bend your knees in the direction of the toes, getting your palms first in front of the chest. And then you may take your left hand going around the waist. Let the right hand come above and let's bend the body to the side. Being here for 5 counts. And inhale, come back. Try to stay in the squat as you just switch your arms and take the left hand over. Holding for 5 more. And then inhale, come back to the center and let's push up to the top, straightening the legs. Take a moment and turn your feet in here. Breathe, few easy breaths. Allow the sensations to wash down towards the feet. Slowly gathering your breath back. Only breathing through the nose. And then from here, once you feel the breath is a little settled, let's turn into Trikonasana, turning the right foot open. Let's have the arms open and simply drop to the side, getting your hand to reach the shin. Lightly resting, do not push too hard. And with the left hand, you could remain up with the arm 90 degree or extend the arm overhead. Let's stay here. Easy breathing. And then inhale, coming back up to the top. Let's turn the right foot in and go to the left side. As you turn, open up the arms, inhale and exhale, bending to the left side. Once again, check what you do with the hand, overhead or 90 degree. And then inhaling, slowly come back up to the top and take a moment. Once again, stay here, gathering your breath back. Okay, so that was Utkata Trikonasana that we did right now, and now we're going to go for a variation of Trikonasana known as Baddha Trikonasana or bound arm variation of Trikonasana. So let me show this to you first and then you can do it along with me. Here I'm going to turn my foot open, simply go into Trikonasana, but start by bending the knee. And then I'm going to take the elbow, tricep going under the thigh, allowing the palm to move towards the hips. With the other hand, I'm going to catch on to the fingers. Once you've got the hand, you will start to push the foot open, trying to maintain the proximity between the trunk and the thigh, straightening that leg up, pulling open the knee. And let's rotate with the left shoulder, turning the trunk open, and this would be Baddha Trikonasana for you. And then when you're coming out, you'd bend the knee, release and come back out, right? So are we ready to do this together? Baddha Trikonasana. Now even if you're not able to hold on to your fingers, you can hold on to your clothes behind, the t-shirt, the pant, or you could simply take a towel, a napkin to continue to hold, finding a grip behind your hips, right? So let's have the right foot turned out, starting into a bent knee position, taking your right elbow, going under the thigh, passing the hand behind, hold on to your fingers, your wrists. Once you've got a good clasp, you filled in the gap between the trunk and the thigh, then start to push that foot into the ground so as to pull the knee into the thigh, straightening the leg. Breathe. Once you feel the knee is straightening up, even if it's a little bent, that's all right, just as much as you can. And then you want to start rotating the trunk open. Try not to be here, down and collapsed. Instead, try to rotate the trunk open and back. Maintain a strong clasp behind you. Being here, easy few breaths. Turning it back, shoulder opening, chest opening. And then slowly release. Let go of your fingers. Take the support of the floor and bringing your body back up, turning that right foot in once again. Let the sensations pass, gathering your breath. Inhale, exhale. Be aware of every little pulsation in the body. Notice how it feels now after you've come out from the right side, making a mental note. And then let's do the same thing now on the left side, turning open your left foot. And let's do the same thing, Baddha Trikonasana, bending the knee, sending the elbow under the thigh, passing the hand underneath and catching onto the fingers, the palm. Once you've got a good clasp, or you can use a prop, or you can hold onto your t-shirt, then you want to start pressing the feet, especially your front foot, strongly so as to pull the knee up, so as to straighten that leg. Straightening that leg as much as possible, and then let's look at the trunk. Are you able to rotate it open? Are you able to create that rotation, pushing open with the shoulder, the chest? Let's stay here, finding the opening here in Baddha Trikonasana. Let's be there, last few. And then very slowly let loose the fingers. Take your time, no rush. Getting your hands out one by one, turn the feet parallel, and then coming back up. Great. Now again, I want you to close your eyes. Let the hands relax, sensations in the legs, just being aware. Being aware now how it feels on the left side. Just making your observation. And then slowly open up your eyes. Great. Moving from Baddha Trikonasana into the next one, which is Baddha Parsvakonasana. Very similar to what we just did right now. So bound arm Parsvakonasana. Let's go wider between the legs, spacing out. Okay, creating a bit more distance so as to go into Parsvakonasana distance. Turning the foot open, the right. And let's go the same way, exactly what you did in Baddha Trikonasana. Start to bend the knee, bringing the arm under the thigh, holding onto your fingers, your palm. And here we're not going to straighten the knee, we're just going to keep the arm bound and only rotating from the trunk, maintaining this position, keeping your hips lowered down. Let's stay here. Easy breathing, back foot strongly pressing. And then slowly release your fingers. Press, coming up. Take a moment, turn that foot in. Let's relax the arms. Release the sensations in the body. And take a moment, going to the left side. The same thing now, Baddha Parsvakonasana, going for the left, bending the knee. And let's do the same thing here, taking the hand under the thigh, interlace your fingers or hold on to your palms, rotate with the chest, shoulder, back foot strongly pressing in. Let's be here. Breathing, stay strong, keep pushing that shoulder open. And then slowly release, push and coming back out. Great. You may first reduce the distance, come out of this position into Tadasana. Let's hold here a few seconds, gathering the breath back. Taking 2 to 3 more breaths here. And then when you're ready, open up your eyes. Great. So now after we finished our bound arm variations, we're going to come back to one variation of that later on. First we're going to go into Vrikshasana and a variation in Vrikshasana. So from here, we're going to simply take the right foot coming up to the thigh and also giving you a heads up in case you need to be near a wall or take some support, please go closer to the wall for the balancing pose of Vrikshasana. So starting to bend your right knee, let's hold on to the ankle or the foot, pull it nice and high and try to get it to your inner thigh. Now, if this is too much for you, place it a bit lower below the knee, but make sure to not place it on the knee joint. Once you've got your foot pressing in here, looking at a point at eye level. Then very slowly we will raise the hands above the head. Keep the shoulders relaxed, being here for Vrikshasana or the tree pose. Steady gazing, steady hold. Easy few breaths. Then very slowly bring the hands down, holding onto your foot, release and come back out. Take a moment. Let's shift the weight now onto the other leg, taking the left leg up, bending the knee, hold on to your ankle and placing the foot on the inner thigh. As high as you can, or simply just place it below the knee, that's fine as well. Start to get steady. Let's look at a point, slow down the breath. When you feel ready, raise the hands overhead, joining your palms. Relax the shoulders. Let's stay here. And last breath. Slowly release your hands, hold on to your ankle and let's bring the leg back down. Now we did the classical Vrikshasana. We're going to do a variation of this. Let me show it to you once and then you can do it with me. Go back to the same side. Once you have your legs set up, either above on the thigh or below the knee, then creating a steadiness, we'll take the arms up and splitting the hands here as I bring my hand to the knee and allow the body to bend laterally to the side here. So here, as you can see, I am bending from the hip joint, allowing this reach. Again, if you feel a little shaky doing this, difficult to hold, please go near a wall, take wall support with one hand and do the same thing, right? So we're going back into Parsva Vrikshasana, starting with the right leg, bending the knee. Let's hold on to the ankle, pull the foot up nice and high. Then once you have a good grip, body is steady, let's raise the arms up. Inhale, splitting the arms open, get one hand to the knee, try not to push it down, just gently connect and then start to bend the body to the side. We'll hold here. Staying, look at a point and balance. Keep the breath going free. Then slowly inhale, return to the center, hold on to your foot and let go. Take a moment. Even if you may feel to shake your leg off, try to be in Tadasana. Let the sensations pass. Gather your breath back. And from here, we're going to move on to the other side. So let's shift the weight on the right leg, picking up the left. Bending the left leg, holding on to the ankle, the foot, placing it on the inner thigh. Let your toes point downward. First, let's start getting steady here. Once you feel you're a little bit more stable, then take the arms overhead, inhale, and we will split the arms here, simply taking one hand towards the thigh and allowing the body to bend. Continue to look at a point which will help you stabilize. Staying in this position. Easy breathing, bending sideways. And inhale, returning back to the center. Hold on to your foot, release, and let's return back into Tadasana. Maybe close your eyes. Let the sensations release. Restoring your breath. And then slowly, when you're ready, open your eyes. So here we did the balance of Vrikshasana. We're going to move into another balance here, which is known as Svarga Dvijasana or Bird of Paradise. Now we're going to see how that's going to be done. I will show it to you first, and it's going to be very connected to the bound arm variations that we did earlier. So that's going to apply into this very standing balance. So let me show it to you first. I'm going to once again move into Trikonasana, into the bound arm variation. Bending the knee, going in exactly the same way. Just have a look at the demonstration before you do it. Then I'm going to fill up the gap between the feet, starting to walk in close. After I've secured my hands, once I've reduced the distance, I'm going to very slowly shift the weight on one side, allowing this leg to come up and coming up in a standing balance here in Svarga Dvijasana. So you're going to point your toes here, pull the spine up, and we stay strong. Now when you want to release, Simply bend your body halfway, let loose the fingers and come back out. This can be a little challenging, but why not? And if you're constantly falling, just be near a wall. You can take a little back support of the wall as well so as to find some stability. Let's go into Svarga Dvijasana. Starting in Trikonasana, space out your legs, turn open the foot, and we're going to move exactly the same way, bending the knee and bringing the arm around the leg, clasping onto your fingers or the wrist. Try to fill up the gap as much as you can. A tight bind is important here. Feel free to use a prop like a towel or a napkin, and then start to walk your feet in, reducing the gap, come closer, shifting the weight onto one side, and be ready to look at a point when you start to come up. So very slowly, let the balance set in, looking at a point here, holding the position, staying strong, point your toes, keep working your spine up, being here for few more. And very slowly bend your body halfway, let loose the fingers, release, come back out into Tadasana. Close your eyes, reset, be aware of all the sensations, the changes in the breath. Okay, let's do the same thing now on the other side. Feel free to be near a wall. It's completely fine if you don't get the final posture. You could also just remain in Baddha Trikonasana. So we will allow our body to take its own time to get into a posture. Now let's do the same thing, beginning left side Baddha Trikonasana and then working up in the balance. Here we go again. Bending the knee, pass the arm around, wrap it around and hold on with the fingers, clasping at the wrist maybe, or use a prop. Try to fill in the gap as much as possible, and then walk your feet in, close to each other, starting to reduce the gap and then shifting the weight onto one leg, preparing to look at a point as you start to come up, very slowly, rising up, point your toes and stay here. Lengthen the spine, be strong, holding couple of more breaths. And then let's prepare to come out. Bend your body halfway, release the hands and coming out into Tadasana. Take a few seconds here. Be aware of the right side of your body, the left side of your body. Noticing all the sensations or the difference you may feel in the body now. Checking the changes in the breath. And then when you feel ready, let's come down in a seated position. Coming into cross leg here, Sukhasana, take a moment. And loosely holding your hands behind the back as we go in for a forward fold. Exhale. And inhale, coming back up. Now from here, let's extend the arms up, rotate the body to one side and diagonally extend yourself. Fingertips may be on the mat, head relaxed. Slowly walk your hands back, bring it back up to the top, come into the center and then rotate. Exhale, folding in. Walk your hands back, come back out, inhale, open to the top and let's go in for a forward fold here. Breathe out and reach out with the arms. Inhale, starting to walk your hands and come back out. Great. Now from here we're going to move into Parivrtta Janu Sirsasana, for which I'm taking my left foot towards the groin and opening up the right leg. So let's set up ourselves this way on the mat. Space out your legs, create a nice opening between the two legs, having your toes curled in and having this foot coming in towards the groin. Now in this variation of Parivrtta Janu Sirsasana, we're going to cross our arms. We're used to usually taking the hand going to the same side. Now we're going to take one hand going to the opposite leg and the other arm will follow up. So I'm taking my right hand going towards the left thigh. Let's do this together. Going towards the left thigh, the knee, wherever your hand can extend to comfortably, and push it with this arm as you allow the other arm to come overhead. Curling the toes on the right, keeping it active and starting to bend your body. As much as you're comfortable, staying in here, no rush. Make sure you're not pulling that leg up with you. Being here for another 5. And inhale, slowly come back out, take a moment, breathe, and let's make the switch. Changing, right foot coming in, and let's open the left side. Heel pressing in, adjusting your hips, sitting upright. Alright, the same thing now, cross arm variation. So left arm going towards the right leg, let's push. Nicely pressing, curling your toes on the left and raising your right arm as we start to bend in. Bending in, finding a good length. Try not to round your back, keep the chest open. We are in no rush or trying to get to the leg, just being here. Being here for another 5. And then inhaling, slowly release and come back out. Great. Now from here, we're going to simply first come into Baddha Trikonasana. Okay, and in Baddha Trikonasana, taking the hands on the inner thighs or inner knees, fingers facing inward and gently pressing the legs down, and with the shoulders we're going to twist or rotate the shoulders. So let's go first with the right shoulder, twisting, going with the left and twisting open. Another time, right, change to the left. Great, come back in. Then you can loosely hold your hands behind the back and going in for a forward fold towards your feet. Exhaling. You don't have to force, just as much as it's comfortable with you. And inhaling, slowly come back up and release. We're going to now lie down on the mat. Okay, and we're going to go for a variation here of Setu Bandhasana or the bridge pose. So first let's lie down. Now this time when we're going to lift the hips up, you're also going to combine hand movement, raising the hip up, and then we will raise the right arm up and switch to the left side later. Allow me to show it to you. Here I'm going to raise the hip up, moving the right arm up as well, holding here a couple of breaths and bringing the hand and the hip down together. Then we will change, left hand going up, opening, and same way bringing the hand and the hip down, and lastly we'll do both the hands together. So are you ready? Let's go together for Setu Bandhasana. Adjust your body on the mat, bring your feet coming close to the hips, maintaining parallel feet distance, raising the hips and the right arm going together. And let's hold. Continue to work your hips, your pelvis up, staying. And slowly bringing your hands, your hips slowly coming back down. Changing, left hand and the hips working up. Inhale. Opening to the top. Being here. And slowly hand and hip coming back down. Doing both the hands now with the hips going up. Inhale and open. Actively pushing up. Let's stay. And hands and hip coming down together. Take a moment here. In this position, we're just going to allow the legs to drop to the sides for Baddha Konasana, joining your feet. And simply let the hands be on the inner thighs, lightly pressing it down, just gently. Close your eyes and stay here for a couple of breaths in Supta Vakrasana. Giving it a last few breaths here. Then very slowly bring your knees coming back into each other. We're going to roll over to the side, come up for a sitting position as we set ourselves up for Matsyasana or the fish pose. So let me show you this technique of Matsyasana, and then you can do it along with me. Here I'm going to open up my legs, or you could also choose to keep bent knees, that's fine. And we're going to bring the forearms on the mat. Once you're here in this position, then you're going to lift the chest up, walk your elbows forward, palms going towards the hips, and rolling the neck, the head back, reaching for the ground. And once you reach the ground, then you can relax your arms and stay here in Matsyasana. Now, important thing for you to watch is how to come out of the pose. Then you want to hold on to the hips and thighs, push your elbows into the ground, turn the chin in, and then lie down flat, right? So this is the way to enter and release out of Matsyasana. Let's do this together. So coming up in a seated position first, bring your forearms down. See if you want to keep your knees bent or straight, or you could eventually straighten them up, that's also fine. Start to walk your elbows forward and opening the chest, rolling shoulders back, dropping the head neck behind, reaching the crown on the mat, and then let the arms move away. Once your head is connected to the mat, stay with the opening in your spine. Maybe close your eyes and be here for a couple of easy breaths. Taking the last few here. And then very slowly hold on to your hips, your legs, pressing your elbows into the mat, turning the chin into chest, release the head, neck. And then you space out on the mat nicely. Take a few seconds in a neutral spine position. Stay with the after effects of Matsyasana. Notice how it feels in your upper spine, neck, shoulders, how it feels in the chest. And then from here, we're going to bend the knees, bringing the knees to chest for Pawanmuktasana. First, just simply hug it in and stay right here. And now we're going to roll the body forward and back into Pawanmuktasana, creating some momentum as we massage the back, cooling down here. Let's go one last roll. Complete your roll and lie down. And as you have your knees into chest, we're going to further cool down with a twist in Supta Vakrasana. Open up your arms. Notice how I've kept my knees and feet together, toes active. And simply let's take the legs going towards the right side. Exhale, twist. Going halfway maybe. And then inhale, come back up. Exhale, twist to the left. Come back, change, inhale and exhale, twist to the right. Inhale, come back, change, exhale, twist to the left. We're going to do one last round here. Exhale, twist to the right. Inhale, change, exhale, twist to the left. And coming back into the center. Great, and now let's move into Yastikasana, opening up the legs, arms pulling overhead, pulling in two opposite directions first, and bending just your upper body to the right side in this position. Simply bend to the right, keep the arms extended here. and come back center, change, then going to the left, bending your upper body to the left side, arms straightening, and then come back to the center and slowly release, space out arms and legs, and let's begin to move in for Shavasana. Let's start to space out, getting comfortable on the mat. Check that you have your head, neck, trunk aligned, feet dropping to the sides, palms open up to the ceiling, allowing the body to soften up, completely relaxing, dropping every effort here, letting go of the control, allowing the belly to be soft, letting the breath flow freely. With every inhalation, feel the belly gently expanding, and with every exhalation, release that breath out. Continue to be here with your breath for the last couple of moments. And then very gently begin to move your fingers and toes. Start to bend your knees and roll over to your right side. Take a moment on the side, pushing the ground. Lift yourself back up, keeping your eyes closed here. And once you're ready, let's take the palms joining in front of the chest as we end the session together with Om Shanti. Inhaling fully. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Slowly begin to rub your palms, cupping it to your eyes, and gently open up. Thank you for joining. I hope this session has got you to release the stiffness, tightness, and lethargy from the body. Make sure to keep working on your flexibility along with strength regularly to retain the functional health of the body. Do let me know what you liked about this session. I will see you soon in the next one.
For more workout videos, download the cultfit app now and don't forget to subscribe our YouTube channel. We are Cult.